Sometimes feeling heard matters as much as the actual fix. Hi, my name is Ritu and welcome to my channel. Oh, that's Ritu. In this channel, we talk about all the things that I find interesting, all the things that I'm learning, and all the things that I like to think about. And today I'm here in front of you making a video about something that recently happened to me. And it is probably just a one of a kind of a video for my channel at least. So let's go ahead and dive a little deeper on what I'm talking about today. In the beginning of June, there was a big thunderstorm and a rainstorm, so it kind of took away our power line. Now, since our power line was very close to the internet line itself, it also knocked down our internet line. After not having power for closer to a day, when the power came back up, I realized that we had no internet. So I waited the whole day trying to fix it, but I was not able to fix it. And the reason was pretty obvious because the line was broken. So there was like a internet line that was kind of like broken into half, and half of the wire was on our backyard. So I had to make an appointment. I made an appointment with a technician. It almost like you can never find an appointment like for today, right? So it was like either the next day or the day after. So luckily next day, 2 days after, I had a person come in, and then they looked at it. They were like, "Oh, I can get your internet running. I think that's what he said. I can see if I can get your internet running." So he was a really nice kid. He was like my brother's age, almost looked like he was like 22 or something like that. Very nice kid. He tried to help us out, but unfortunately he was not able to. Now, when he was unable to, he was like, "Okay, I can put in a ticket, and then maybe somebody and this is from a company called Cox, okay? So somebody can come and they can help it, because this is sort of like a little an issue that I cannot fix it. It has to be like a next level technician thing." We're like, okay. So I'm like, do I have to make another technician appointment? So how do we proceed? And he was like, "Well, I can put in a ticket and stuff like that." So he left. So I came inside and I was making an appointment with the technician. I called customer service. And again, the customer service people, I understand that they're really trying to do the job, but I'm here trying to explain like, hey, like we haven't had internet in a couple of days, like we need internet and stuff like that. But the worst thing was there was a wire exposed in the backyard, right? The wire was open, it was exposed, and that was just like, it shouldn't be like that, like there's so many, like days has gone by and no one came, So I was trying to explain it to him, and then the customer service person was basically like, "Hey, like if the technician comes, then they're gonna charge you $75. Like, why would they charge me $75? It's not that I went to the pole and yanked the cable, right? Like, it's not my fault. Why are they charging me?" They were like, "Oh, but we have this thing where you can get like $10 a month. You can pay for 3 months, and then that would avoid the technician fee." Like, so basically a subscription fee, kind of like a subscription insurance kind of thing, where you pay for it. So if you happen to call a technician, if they charge you, so the charges would be waived, right? So I was just very upset. But so was able to make an appointment for next day. But as soon as I made an appointment and I was trying to get dinner ready, somebody else came in, knocked on the door, and was like, "Hey, like Cox sent me." So the guy who had came prior, his ticket, since he said he was going to put a priority ticket, good for him, he did that. So we were able to have somebody come in. What the girl did was, and it was a girl, I was very impressed. She actually fixed our internet. So we have internet now, right? At that time we had internet, so she fixed it. And the wire was just kind of like on the floor, and then we asked like, "Hey, what are we supposed to do with this? Is anybody come?" And they were like, "Well, hey, like a lot of stuff are happening around where we live and in the surrounding state. A lot of like thunderstorm, like stuff like that. So a lot of like lines have been down. So they didn't have enough people." But she was like, "Oh, I'm going to put in the request and I'm going to see if they can come and expedite this and stuff like that. We're like, okay. So nothing really happened, right? And we had to expose wire, even though the girl said like, oh, it's not high voltage or anything. But again, like nobody wants to expose wire like from the pole down on the floor. Like that's like, it looks like a hazard. So after the technician left and everything, Cox sent me a survey, and telling you, like, I am one of those people that actually fills out survey. I do enjoy filling out survey, and then if they did something good, I will say good. If they did something bad, I will be very honest and tell them what happened. So they basically sent out a survey, and in that survey they had like basically asked like what was going on and stuff like that. Now this survey was specifically for the technician, right? And I gave 10 out of 10, like all the good remarks for the technician. But in the bottom where there was like comment, where you can put in comment, I basically wrote the situation and how unhappy I was that the customer service person was not really able to actively listen to what I was basically saying. Because I was basically saying like, hey, like I know our internet is down, but there's some other issue that there's an exposed wire in a backyard. That's a big problem, right? Like, so basically saying that the person didn't listen, so I basically like wrote an honest comment and basically saying like this could be a liability, this could be a hazard. There are a lot of unseen things that could happen and stuff like that. The next day, I happened to get a call from. Let me go ahead and look it up really quickly. The next day, I happened to get a call from. Yeah, so the next day I happened to get a call from like executive resolution person, right? So who works as she is an executive of a revolution specialist. Her name is Nancy. So Nancy reached out to me. She wrote an email, she called, she basically said like, hey, how can we help? Like I tried contacting you and this is about like the survey that I filled out and stuff like that, which I was like very surprised that they also looked at the comment, because a lot of the time a lot of companies just go by not looking at what people have filled out, right? But I was just genuinely impressed that like a person from like an executive level basically reached out saying like, hey, how can I help? So I like called her back, basically told her this. Guess what? Like the next day people came, they helped us out, they took away the exposed wire, they fixed everything, right? Fantastic. I even gave her a call basically saying thank you. She did a follow-up, basically wrote an email saying thank you, called her saying thank you. And today, and today is July 7th, right? This is almost like after 3 weeks. I get a box from Nancy, and I also get a card from Nancy. And she basically, now I know she like here it says like I've been customer of Cox for 1 year, but like we basically what we do is like, me and my partner, like wherever we go, like sometimes he puts internet on his name or sometimes I do on mine, right? So like we have been using, like Cox is not a new company to us. We have used Cox for many years, right? And sometimes his work pays for internet, so like things like that. But like she sent a card, okay? She sent a card basically, basically saying like we apologize, like this happened, but thank you so much for giving us an opportunity to make this right. And like this made me feel like, oh my God, like they really care, like, and that was such a nice thing. I'm gonna kind of like show you guys what it says. But like such a nice card. But then she also went and I've never had these experience with like big companies, like when big companies take a time to listen to you, like, because again, at the end of the day, we are people, right? Like they have business because we give them business, so like big companies should not treat people like we're disposable and disregard us. But like her, even like after 3 weeks later, she's even like sending cookies. She sent me cookies, guys. So it's an Ohio company, and it's called Cheryl's Cookies. So she sent me cookies. I haven't had them because it does say like look at the instruction on how to. I guess there is instruction on maybe you have to do something with it. But put 10 cookies in here. She sent us cookies, and again, cookies set aside, like the email was great, like she called us, that was great. The issue was fixed the next day, which was fantastic. But like after 3 weeks, remembering and happening to send this, like that matters a lot, right? So like again, something that like this completely changed my perception on bigger company, how they neglect their customer. And yeah, like there are a lot of big companies that out there neglect their customer, and I'm not here to just specifically stand and say that all big companies do this. Absolutely not. This is my first experience. I'm as surprised as you are. When I got that email, when I got that letter, I was as surprised as you guys probably are when you're listening to this. But again, I want to just say good job, Cox, for like making this right. Thank you so much for solving our issue that you did. And I want to give a big shout out to Nancy from Executive Resolution Specialist. Thank you so much, Nancy, for really listening to people and really helping us out. Like we are very grateful, right? Like I hope you guys do this to all the customers, because again, at the end of the day, like, you know, like people are spending hard-earned money on the services that we get, and people should be treated right. So I'm genuinely very happy on how they fixed our issue, and this is just icing on the cake. So thank you so much for like really showing us that you guys really heard us. So that's all I wanted to come and share with you guys. Bye. Please go ahead and subscribe if you haven't subscribed to my channel. Bye, guys.